Most men don't realize this. But the moment you stop taking a woman too seriously, something strange happens. She becomes more serious about you. Not because she's manipulative. Not because she's toxic. But because psychologically, women are wired to respond to men who move with intention, not desperation. And right now, a lot of women are panicking quietly, secretly, over a certain type of man. A man who is calm. A man who doesn't chase. A man who doesn't rearrange his entire life just because she showed interest. Let me explain why this man is becoming her biggest obsession. When a woman meets a man she can't move emotionally, her mind starts spiraling. She begins questioning herself. Why isn't he reacting? Why doesn't he look impressed? Why is he so calm around me? That uncertainty triggers a very real fear, the fear of losing influence. Women feel safest when they understand the emotional territory. They like knowing how much power they have, how much a man cares, how seriously he treats them. It gives structure. It gives predictability. So, when a man treats her with respect, but not obsession, interest, but not weakness, attention, but not devotion, she suddenly feels unprepared. This kind of man becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability is what makes her panic. A woman expects the average guy to read her signals, react instantly, and prioritize her attention over everything. When a man doesn't, she starts analyzing herself harder than she analyzes him. She adjusts her tone, her messages, her timing, even her behavior, not because she doesn't like him, but because she doesn't know where she stands. And that uncertainty is something women hate to feel around men. What scares her most isn't the man ignoring her. It's the man who sees her, understands her energy, and still chooses not to put her on a pedestal. That kind of man forces her to show her real self. No filters, no games, no manipulation. Because suddenly, her usual strategies, acting distant, acting unbothered, acting desired, no longer work. She realizes she's dealing with a man who has options. A man who is disciplined, a man who isn't emotionally desperate. And this is where the internal panic grows. She starts thinking about him more. She starts checking his energy more often. She watches how he texts, how he speaks, how he carries himself. He becomes a challenge, not because he's playing games, but because he's not controlled by her presence. A man who doesn't take her too seriously forces her to respect him. He becomes the one guy she can't predict. And that unpredictability is exactly what creates attraction. Because deep down, women admire men who stay grounded, men who stay focused on their mission, men who don't collapse into validation-seeking behavior. The moment a woman realizes she can't easily influence a man's emotions, she understands she's dealing with a man who is operating at a higher level. And that realization is what creates both fear and fascination.